The second benefit that you could experience when you are present and present consistently is that you begin to feel more connected to your higher self, to your true self, to your original self. And that higher self aspect of us, it's always at peace, it's always limitless, it's always abundant, it's always holy, it's always healed, it's always complete. It's never lacking anything. It's always complete, full, has everything it needs, and it's completely fulfilled. And so when we connect to that on a consistent basis, through being present, through being connected to our breath, over time, those qualities that our higher self possesses and are natural to its essence, those qualities start to also rub off on us. It's kind of like when you have a friend and you spend a lot of time with them. It's like the qualities that that friend possesses also start rubbing off on you. So if they're really funny, they're really witty, or whatever qualities they have, you start catching yourself being more like that. At least that's what happens for me. So it's kind of like the same thing with your higher self. It's like you have to see that as a best friend that you spend a lot of time with through being present. That's the way that we spend time with it. The more we spend time with it, the more the qualities that it possesses also become ours. Now, we don't want to go around and fake being like our higher self and fake being peaceful, fake being, just having no needs, limitless, abundant, all those things, all those qualities that our higher self naturally possesses. We don't want to fake those, but we want to naturally and genuinely connect to those through connecting to our higher self, through being present, and have those rub off on us. Because in truth, those are our qualities as well. Our true self is our true self, as the name implies. So it's who we really are. It's just that we have all this conditioning and programming and belief structures, belief systems that are against that naturalness. And so we have to overcome all that conditioning, all that programming that tells us otherwise, that we're not worthy, that we're not loved, and instead lean into the present moment, get close to our true self, and have that time spent with our true self shed all those layers, all those programmings that are not ours. The conditioned mind, which is what we feel and experience throughout our day-to-day life when we're not connected to the present moment, that conditioned mind, it might as well be called the conditioned by the past mind, because that's all it is. It's basically everything we have learned, everything we have gained from society's programmings, our culture, our parents, extended family, everything, all that stuff, all that becomes part of our conditioning, our programming, our being. And all these beliefs, all these ways of being, all these habits, all these tendencies, they become a part of us as well, or part of our false self, I should say. And so in order to shed them and return back to our natural essence, we have to be present, spend time with our true self, our natural self, our original self, and through that connect more and more to who we truly are. The conditioned mind, as the name implies, it's conditioned and it's very limited in what it knows, because it's limited to the past. It's only limited to what it has experienced and what has been programmed into it. So it doesn't see beyond its own limitations. It only knows the limited programs that it has. It's like an iPod that has been programmed with certain songs and it only has those. But if that iPod, and I'm talking about the old iPods, if that iPod could connect to the internet, then the internet in this metaphor would be our higher self. Then it would see all these potentials, all these songs that also exist that it didn't have access to in the past. So it becomes and accesses a much greater library of potentials, of things that it could potentially play and listen to, etc. in that example. So it's the same thing for us. When we connect to our higher self through being present, we access higher potentialities that we didn't see before. And through accessing them, through following the guidance that spirit, our higher self, gives us, then we are able to actualize those potentialities. But had we just followed our conditioned mind, then we would only be limited to perpetuating potentialities that have already been actualized in our life based on our past and based on what we've known. So we're only going to perpetuate our past. Our future is just going to be an extension of our past and a reflection of it, not something different from it, a greater potentiality of it. And that only becomes possible through accessing greater knowledge, greater wisdom, greater understanding, which is access and gain through our higher self. So that is the second, and in my opinion, the most important benefit that we will receive from being present more consistently throughout our life. Thank you guys for checking out a short clip from one of my longer videos, which will be linked somewhere over here. If you want to check that out, click those links. And I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more of my videos on your homepage. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.